Hannah, could you visit me the day after tomorrow?
Hello, Mom. I would love to visit, but I have my part-time job.
I thought you only worked until noon. You could visit us after you're done with your work.
I have to start preparing for dinner as soon as I finish my job, so I don't think I can visit you. Would you mind if I visit you on another day?
Why not the day after tomorrow?
Is there a reason why you want me to visit on that particular date?
You know that we have a funeral next week. I wanted to ask you to clean the gravestones before we have the funeral. I'm getting old and it's hard for me to do it on my own. I won't accept no for an answer.
How about tomorrow? I don't have work tomorrow, so I think I'll be able to help you with the preparations.
I'm not open tomorrow. You can always prepare for dinner after you visit me, or ask Ella to prepare dinner for you.
My daughter is busy studying for her exams. I don't want to disturb her.
She's not that smart. Studying won't take her to a prestigious university. She can spare a few days not studying. I heard you haven't even hired a tutor for her. Doesn't that mean you're not so serious about her education?
No, not at all. Ella told me she didn't need a tutor.
I guess she doesn't take studying seriously either. Robert's son is also preparing for his exams like your daughter, but he has a tutor hired even though it costs him a lot of money. He's aiming to enter one of the most prestigious universities in this state.
Wow.
But look at Ella. She's a problematic high school student. I wonder where her genes come from. I heard you had to talk with her teacher about her attitude at school. What a kid she is. She even punched her classmate last year. I couldn't believe my ears when I heard the news.
I do agree that it was bad to be violent towards the classmates, but she did it to help her friend who was bullied at school. If Ella didn't help her, she might have been bullied even more.
That doesn't justify her actions. Hannah, don't you think you're spoiling her too much? You should teach her what's right and wrong.
I'm proud of my daughter who saved her friends from bullies. It might not have been the best way to help, but she was thanked by her friend and her parents. Ella is very considerate and empathetic.
Like mother, like daughter. I guess she had the wrong role model. I knew you weren't capable of raising a child because you grew up without a father.
I don't think that really matters.
Be sure to come visit me the day after tomorrow. Robert and his wife are busy supporting his son getting ready for his exams. They also have a stable job. Unlike you, who only has a part-time job, you should have some free time to spare.
All right, I'll visit you the day after tomorrow. I want Dad to peacefully rest in heaven after his funeral.
Just say yes if you're gonna agree to it anyways. I wasted time chatting with you. Visit me as soon as you finish your job. Bring the cleaning tools with you, okay?
Half a year later.
Hannah, is Ella trying to get into the Ivy League?
Is that a big deal?
Do you understand how difficult it is?
I've spent most of my life living abroad, so I don't know much about the universities here.
Are you really her mother? She'll never be able to pass.
My husband is in charge of discussing these things with my daughter, and he told me he was positive about her decision.
Huh? Did my son really tell you that?
I'm pretty sure. I think that's why my daughter decided to aim for those universities in the first place. Well, we never know what awaits in our future, so we can't be 100% sure about it. Her standardized test scores are pretty good.
Does her homeroom teacher know about it?
Yes, her teachers are supportive of her too.
You must be kidding.
No, it's the truth. Why would I lie to you? I'll miss her if she leaves to live in the dormitories, to be honest. It's not so common in my home country. She'll always be my little girl, so I have to admit that I'm pretty worried about her.
Why? Why is Ella going to such a prestigious university?
Ella told me that the university she wanted to go to was famous for the field she wanted to specialize in.
I'm not talking about her reasons. Why is Ella, who's famous for being a problematic student, supported by her school? It must be a mistake.
It's not. She's not problematic. And she loved studying since she was little. Ella always aced all of her tests at school.
Oh, I see. I never knew Ella was such a smart girl. It made me change my perceptions about her. Wasn't her birthday coming up?
Yes, just next month. But her birthday is right before her last standardized test, so we're planning to have a party after she gets admitted into university.
I'll be sure to send her a gift.
What? You're gonna get her a birthday present?
Why do you sound so surprised?
You've never sent her any gifts. It's your first time ever to celebrate her birthday. I bet she'll be glad to receive a gift from her grandmother.
I doubt it. She might refuse to receive presents from me.
I guarantee you that she'll love it.
If you say so. I'm glad to hear that all my children are smart. I'm very proud to be their grandmother. Tell her to look forward to her presents.
Ella, are you home?
I went home after school to get my textbooks, but I've already left to study at the library. Are you done with work, Mom?
I just came back home from work.
Okay, take some rest. I'll study at the library for a bit before heading home, maybe for an hour or two.
Don't overwork yourself too much. I know you're worried about the test tomorrow, but I'm sure you'll do just fine.
Thanks, Mom.
What do you want for dinner, sweetie? I was thinking of preparing something nice for you, and I was wondering what to make. Is there anything you want to eat in particular?
Anything's fine, Mom. Nothing special. Just cook whatever you were planning to.
If you say so. I guess I'll cook your favorite dish. We won't be having a party yet, but it's your birthday today. Let me at least prepare what you like.
Thanks, Mom. I'll look forward to it.
Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. Your grandmother said she sent you a birthday gift. Did you receive it?
Yep, I received it today. It ended up in the trash can, though.
Huh? Did you put it in the trash?
Yep, who needs that?
Ella, I know you don't like your grandmother, but isn't that too much? She might not have been the best grandmother for you, but she wanted to celebrate your birthday after realizing how hardworking you were.
I don't need any celebrations from her. She wasn't interested in me at all.
I'm sorry, Ella. It's all because I'm an immigrant and undereducated. She not only looks down on me, but also you too.
There's nothing wrong with being an immigrant. You're also smart, Mom. Actually, I think you're smarter than Grandma. I never felt any respect towards her.
Ella, she's still your grandmother. And didn't you get what you wanted for your birthday present? I provided her with some ideas on what to get you for your birthday. It's a present from your grandmother. Don't be so harsh on her.
Do you know what she sent me? I don't think you would appreciate it either.
What did she send you?
I guess she wants me to get sick. The present is in the trash can in my room. You should go and check.
In your room? Okay, I'll go and see what she got for you. Did Grandma send you a cake for your birthday? It looks like she cooked for you.
Doesn't it look disgusting? I was so confused. I couldn't believe my eyes when I opened it. It's a peach cake.
Peach? But you're allergic to peaches.
That's probably why. She wanted me to get sick so that I would fail my tests. She knows that I won't recover in time if I eat her peach cake tonight.
I'm so sorry, Ella. I should have refused when Grandma offered to send you a birthday present.
It's not your fault, Mom. We should blame Grandma.
But it's partly my fault. I thought she'll finally be proud of you, Ella. I should have known better. It must have ruined your day.
Mom, I'm fine. I don't need Grandma to be proud of me. Thanks to Mom and Dad, I'm living a happy life. I'm lucky to be your daughter.
Ella.
You don't have to try and protect me from Grandma. Don't act humble towards her. We've had enough. Why would we want to be part of someone's family who's so awful to us?
That's true. I was hoping for the best for you, but I guess I was wrong. I'm so happy you grew up to be an honest, kind-hearted girl. I'm so lucky to have you as my daughter. I love you from the bottom of my heart, sweetie.
Hello, Hannah. I can't contact Robert and his wife. Do you know anything?
Don't you have something more to say to me?
What do you mean?
About the present you prepared for Ella?
How was it? Did she enjoy her present? I had to spend the whole day baking it for her, but she hasn't expressed any gratitude nor mentioned a single word of thanks. She has absolutely no manners.
I thought you knew Ella was allergic to peaches. Why did you have to top it with raw peaches? You know she gets the worst allergic reactions when she eats them raw. This is not funny.
She hasn't eaten it anyways, right? I knew she would just ignore my present.
Then why did you send it to her in the first place?
I thought I might be lucky she could eat it without realizing it included peaches.
How dare you? You're evil.
It's her fault for applying to a smarter university than Robert's son. I did so many things to support my grandson to get into a prestigious university. Why should your daughter be accepted to such a prestigious university when you don't even have a private tutor hired for her? It doesn't make sense at all.
Ella has been studying really hard. It's just that her hard work paid off.
Robert and his wife both graduated from a prestigious university. I doubt you even graduated high school properly.
I was homeschooled for personal reasons.
Homeschooled? Ugh, don't make me laugh. And you haven't even graduated university? Are you serious?
You're pathetic.
Huh? What did you just say? I don't want to be called pathetic by someone who doesn't even know their father.
You still grew up to be evil like this despite being from what you call a normal family. I bet your parents were evil and pathetic like you. I can see it in your genes.
Excuse me, my parents were wonderful people. Shut your little mouth, Hannah. I accepted you to marry my son because you were pregnant with his baby. But if you continue to be rude like this, I'll make you divorce my son.
How? Do you think my husband will leave me just because you tell him to?
After my husband died, I became the head of this house. He'll have to listen to my orders.
Oh, really? I never knew you were so powerful. But do you even have any power in the household? What exactly can you do as the head of the house?
If I accept you, you'll get some financial aid from me. Just like how I aided Robert and his son, you get help when you're in need of money. Don't you want financial aid?
No, not at all. You've been making fun of me and looked down on me all this time. You never tried to help us even once, did you? We never wanted your help in the first place, so there's really no need for our family to be accepted by you.
After my death, you get to inherit money, too. Don't you want it?
Nope. My husband doesn't need it either.
Then let's break our relationship and end it here. You all are no longer part of my family. Tell your husband not to come home ever again.
Okay, I'll tell him that. Don't you ever get involved with my family. Oh, by the way, were you wondering about Robert and his family's whereabouts? They're also planning to break relations with you.
Huh? Why would Robert do that?
His son never liked to study, but you've been forcing him and pressuring him to do so. He's been suffering from stress, enduring all the private lessons and tutorings every day.
He needed to study hard in order to get into a prestigious university.
What if he didn't want to? He never dreamed of getting into a prestigious university, so he decided to give up.
Give up? What do you mean?
He didn't apply to the university you wanted him to get into.
Huh? Where did he apply to then?
I won't tell you the name of the university, but he applied to a small institution. He said he was interested in computer science. There was a program he wanted to take part in, so he chose to apply to a different school. He decided what was best for him.
Why? They haven't told me anything about it.
They kept it a secret until the application period was over. They didn't want you to make a big deal out of it.
I've already bragged about my grandson being admitted into a prestigious university.
It's your fault, isn't it? The results haven't even been announced yet.
How much do you think I provided them for financial aid? What was all my money for?
It was your choice to aid them financially. They never asked you to do so. They regret making their son endure all the pressure from you, so they decided to break relations with you in order to make a more comfortable environment for their son.
That's why they're ignoring my calls.
I guess they blocked you. Now that I've said everything I wanted to, I think I'll leave the conversation. I don't think I'll meet you ever again, but I hope you stay healthy.
Hannah, wait a minute. Ella is leaving the house if she gets admitted into university, am I right?
Yes, if she's admitted.
You'll have to pay for her dormitory fees. What if I pay for them instead? I bet the tuition is expensive too. I could offer you some financial aid.
Are you targeting Ella now? Do you remember the horrible things you did to her? You made fun of her and even sent her a peach cake she was allergic to. We don't need help from someone who's been so awful towards us.
I'll accept you as my son's wife. You've always wanted to be accepted by me. You hoped I would cherish you and Ella like I did for Robert's wife and son.
I don't need your support nor acceptance. I have Ella and my husband who cherishes me. Their love is enough for me.
Is there anything you want, Hannah? A car? A brand bag?
Please stop. This is getting ridiculous. There's nothing I want, and there's no reason for you to do such a thing for us. I don't think I can forgive you no matter what.
What am I going to do after both my sons break relations with me? I'm getting old, so I'm worried about my future. I'm your mother-in-law, am I not? Couldn't you help me out?
I'm afraid I can't. You can't expect to be forgiven after everything you did. It's your fault that everyone left you. You should reflect on your actions. I don't think I can ever forgive you.
Hannah, let me apologize for everything I did to you and Ella. Tell your husband that I need help. He's my son. He has to help me.
I don't think so. He thinks you deserve it. There's no one who would help you out of this situation.
Hannah, how about we have a proper discussion about this? You can visit me anytime you want. Ella can join us too. I want to congratulate her for her hard work.
I told you that we don't need anything from you. You're no longer part of my family. Ella, my husband, and my mother, they're my only family. I don't think I can look after an evil old woman who's not even related. After the incident, we broke relations with our mother-in-law and blocked her from our contacts. But both my daughter and her cousin successfully got admitted into the university they hoped to go to. To prevent a surprise visit from his mother, Robert decided to move somewhere far. We also moved closer to Ella's university so that she could easily visit us when she wanted to. My husband told me that his relatives never liked his mother, who would brag about her family whenever she had the chance to. When we broke relations with her, no one felt sorry for her. I guess she was never aware of all the kindness she was receiving from her relatives. I hope she finally learned her lesson. I also heard a rumor that she's been using her money to distract herself from loneliness, and that she was tricked by several scammers, making her lose most of her savings. Surprisingly, seeing her suffer after we broke relations with her never made me regret my decisions. I always wanted to be accepted as her son's wife, but my daughter's words made me realize what was really important to me. Now that I finally realize who was really important to me, I'll do whatever I can to protect my precious family members.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Naya, are you still a stay-at-home housewife?
Hey, morning, Veronica.
Drop the pleasantries. I asked you a question. Why must you insist on not getting a job? You don't even have children yet. What's stopping you? Come on, I want answers.
Well, sure we don't, but we haven't even been married for a year yet. Neither of us are in any rush. We just want to enjoy our time together for now. And we wouldn't be able to do that if I was out working all the time. Cal says he's really happy with how things are right now.
You've been wasting my son's money ever since you two tied the knot, haven't you?
Huh? No, not at all. What makes you think that?
Because he keeps sending me less and less money. I barely get $400 a month now. It was $1,600 before you got your claws into him. Why else would my allowance have gone down so much?
Sure, our outgoings did increase when we got married, but the cost of living is going up, you know. Everyone's feeling the pressure right now.
Do you think I live under a rock, young lady? I know that. That still doesn't explain such a mammoth decrease. I know that this is your doing. I've tried asking Kyle for an explanation more times than I can remember. But all he ever says is, that's the best I can do. Talking to that boy's like drawing blood from a stone. He barely responds to my messages at all these days.
He's a busy man.
I can't get by on $400 a month, and it is not acceptable to hang your mother out to dry like this, young man. Be a darling and pass that along to Kyle for me. He'll listen to you. I have a right to any money you don't spend.
Veronica, me and Kyle are husband and wife. It's very important that we're able to save money for the future. We're not trying to make things difficult for you, but we have circumstances of our own to deal with. $400 a month really is the best we can do.
You've got some nerve to speak like you have custodial rights over my money, you impertinent little thief. I knew it was your fault my allowance took a hit. Always trust your gut.
No, actually, Kyle's the one who decides on the amount.
But you would say that, wouldn't you? You act like you're some innocent third party, but I know you're the puppet master pulling the strings behind the scenes. You want my son's hard-earned money all to yourself, don't you? You do well to remember you're nothing but a stay-at-home housewife. You hit the jackpot when you married my Kyle. Look at the house you get to live in, for crying out loud. You lead a privileged existence. I know he has more than enough left over to look after his poor aged mother. What do you even need money for? My son pays all the bills and takes care of you completely. Not like me. I live all on my own. I'm lost without that money.
Like I told you, saving is important to us. We might not have kids now, but we hope to one day. And how much we save right now will make a huge impact on how things go when the day comes. Anything that doesn't go on necessary living expenses goes straight into a savings account. We're definitely not wasting it like you seem to think.
But you would say that, I wonder. You know, I'd never known anyone as lucky as you. A low IQ high school dropout whose highest professional achievement is flipping burgers at Peep Donald's, bagging herself an elite top earner on a 6-figure salary. That kind of thing just doesn't happen. Talk about rags to riches. You may not be a poverty-stricken loser anymore, but you probably still have a poverty mindset, which means it's dangerous for you to have access to my son's wallet. I bet you're getting carried away with your newfound riches and blowing my son's money on frivolous junk.
Actually, we live on a tight budget while putting as much as possible into a savings account every month. I haven't wasted a cent of Kyle's money, I swear.
In that case, why has my monthly allowance shrunk to virtually nothing? I didn't want to have to say this, but you forced my hand. The only reason Kyle landed a job at such a major company is because I pay for him to go to a top university. Nothing happens without a cause, and the cause of my son's success is me.
I don't deny it. I'm sure he owes you a lot. But that doesn't discount his own persistence and hard work.
The only reason he knew how to work hard in the first place is because I taught him to. I hope you're not forgetting that I still haven't acknowledged you as my son's wife or as a member of this family. Naya, the only reason I went along with the marriage in the first place is because he stubbornly insisted you were the only woman he wanted. But believe me, I wasn't happy about it. You do well to remember that.
Yes, I remember. That's why I'm doing my best to win your approval.
Doing your best? You could have fooled me. I can only conclude you're actually trying to make me hate you after having my monthly allowance reduced like this.
I'm doing my best to win your approval by supporting Kyle. That's my job as his wife.
It may be one of them, but I can assure you you have more responsibilities than that, young lady. You don't just have duties to him, but to this family as a whole. That means you're to discuss the matter of my shrinking allowance with him ASAP. If you don't, I'll see to it that he starts thinking about divorcing you. I mean it. I just checked this month's bank statement to see how much allowance I got. You know what I'm about to say, don't you?
That you got the same as last month?
So you do know then. You better have a good reason for not doing what I told you. Did you forget about that little chat we had last month?
Not at all. I just want you to understand that we have our own circumstances and our own lives to lead.
So my circumstances and my life mean nothing to you.
That's not what I meant. Don't you have a retirement fund? Not only that, but surely you have some of your husband's inheritance left over.
My husband's inheritance? Pfft, don't make me laugh. He barely left me anything. Why do you think I was so reliant on the money Kyle was sending? How am I supposed to live on a third of the original amount? My quality of life's in the dumps because of you.
There's no way you should be struggling this much. I can only assume you must have been overspending back when he was sending you more. Kyle told me the other day how you used to go on vacation every month. I don't mean any disrespect when I ask this, but surely that's a little excessive for an elderly widow with very little income of her own?
Are you bringing my spending habits into question? How dare you? What's wrong with letting my hair down by going vacation once a month? Would you really see one of my few joys in life stolen away from me? You're heartless.
You own your house, so it's not like you have to shell out crazy amounts on rent or anything. I'm pretty sure you could still manage a vacation once every few months if you tighten your belt and only spent money on necessities. Veronica, will you please reevaluate your spending habits?
I'm telling you this precisely because I still don't have enough, despite only spending on necessities, numbskull. Ugh, I'm not sure there's even any point in talking to you. I've had more productive conversations with brick walls. By hook or by crook, I will get my money. If you refuse to increase my allowance, then you can see to it that I get my money by finding a job. You make a big song and dance about how supporting Kyle is so important to you. But it doesn't look like you're supporting him at all from where I'm standing.
How about you get a job, Veronica? Surely part-time work wouldn't be too difficult. You're still in excellent health, and you're clearly still full of energy if you're well enough to go on vacation all the time.
Good grief. You'd see your elderly mother-in-law out pushing trolleys at some supermarket surrounded by brain-dead morons. You horrify me. I do not take orders from ex-burger-flipping gold diggers. You won't get away with this.
What does the fact I used to flip burgers have to do with your inability to live within your means?
I've had it with you. I'll talk to my son instead. Why am I even wasting my time talking to such a sponging parasite?
Feel free to try, but he told me he had no interest in discussing the allowance with you. Why do you think he brushes you off every time you pester him about it?
Irrelevant. I'm not satisfied with what you're telling me. And that's that. I'll force the issue if I have to. I'll be paying you two a visit on his next day off.
Do what you like, but we won't be able to let you in.
You think that's going to stop me? See to it that you have the remaining $1,200 ready when I come. I won't go home until I have it. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Make your choice. Naya, are you there? Is it true you moved away? Kyle said you don't live on Granville Street anymore. I knocked 1,000,000 times, but no one answered. And I couldn't see any signs of life through the windows either.
Kyle burst out laughing when you told him you were actually outside the house.
You think this is funny? I made it very clear I'd be paying you a visit.
And I made it very clear we wouldn't be able to let you in. Did you think I was lying?
I just found out something even worse. Why did my son reduce my monthly allowance to $100? He's an elite top earner with a wallet fatter than the average American. This is all because you won't stop wasting his money, isn't it? Ugh, you will pay for this.
Hey, Veronica, guess what? I have something else to tell you. Your son makes $500 a month. He's not as elite as you seem to think.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? He's an elite top earner at a major company. Like Hallie makes $500 a month.
He quit his job as soon as we got married.
Who quits their job when they get married? That doesn't make sense. How have you been getting by all this time? The rent on your house alone is over $1,300.
I help out with the finances.
Don't screw me around, Naya. I'm trying to have a serious conversation with you here. How could a jobless ex-burger flipper possibly help out with the finances? Aha! I get it. You must have been working in the service industry to supplement his income. I always had you down as the type.
Wrong. I freelance from home. The only reason I was flipping burgers at Peep Donald's when we met was because my friend asked me to cover some shifts for a coworker who was off sick. My main work has always been freelancing online.
Bull crap. I don't believe you for 1 second. Why would my son throw away a high-earning job at a major company? And to do what? Be a stay-at-home husband? Your pack of lies falls apart at the first hurdle. Besides, he never told me any of this.
That's because he was afraid of what you'd say. You stress him out.
Huh? I do what now?
Every time you don't approve of something he does, you bombard him with complaints so hard, he feels like blocking you. He quit his job because he was struggling mentally. That's why I've been the only one talking to you recently. After discussing it, we decided the mental burden of engaging in conversation with you just wasn't justifiable given where he's at right now.
Speaking to me is a mental burden? I'm his mother, for heaven's sake. I'm the one who raised him into the elite, highly accomplished man he is. He owes me a debt of gratitude.
And you made sure you never let him forget about that alleged debt of gratitude, didn't you? You used it as an excuse to extract as much money as possible out of him, regardless of how he felt about it. Kyle got into that elite university because he studied diligently and worked hard, and he landed his job at that major company for the same reason. He went to a normal public high school. He covered his tuition fees through a scholarship and part-time work at a shoe factory. At what point do you come into the equation? Despite having almost nothing to do with his success, you take credit for his achievements as if they were your own.
The only reason that boy is one of life's winners is because of me.
The fact you view life in terms of winners and losers is pretty repulsive, to be honest with you, Veronica. Maybe Kyle looks like a winner to you, but mentally, he's a wreck. And he went through hell at that company you seem to think is so amazing. He's a million times happier, working part-time and helping out around the house.
My son works part-time?
Yep, that's why he makes $500 a month. You were getting $400 of that, while he was only keeping $100 before he slashed your cut again. See? The numbers add up.
Oh my god. My son, my own flesh and blood, only makes a proxy $500 a month. This better be some kind of joke.
I've never told you a joke in my life. You don't strike me as the type to know how to take one.
I don't believe any of it, that you pay the bills by working on the internet. I don't believe my son quit his prestigious job to work part-time. And I don't believe he's going through a mental health crisis. I don't believe a single word. To think you cook up such a preposterous pack of lies just to trick me into accepting my allowance being cut. You truly sicken me, Naya.
All I did was tell you the truth. Kyle's doing a lot better lately. We were going to tell you everything when he felt up to it.
You're disturbed if you think it's normal to lie about things like this. I suggest you get the hell away from my son and go see a shrink. Let me speak to him.
You're messaging my number.
Don't get clever with me, girl. You know what I damn well mean. Arrange a meeting.
Veronica, I'm not sure how you don't get it yet, but we're done with you. You won't see me or Kyle ever again.
What?
The remaining $100 of your allowance will be getting cut starting next month. So, I suggest make what you have last. Something tells me it's gonna be a while before you go on holiday again. We're done helping you. We decided on this together after a long discussion, and Kyle's mind is made up. Let him go.
Do you seriously think you can cut off my allowance and there won't be any consequences? You won't get your way, mark my words. I want my son back. Make your preparations for the divorce, and I want a groveling apology while you're at it. Hey, Naya. Are you there, sweetie? I know you're probably busy, but I'd really appreciate if you could reply to me. Please. I need to talk to you. Even if this is the last time we ever speak, there's something I need to tell you.
What do you want?
Phew, thank God for that. I was worried I wouldn't be able to get through to you because my messages don't seem to be reaching Kyle anymore. Thank you so much for replying, sweetie.
I'll be changing my number soon too, so you better make it quick.
Surely there's no need for that. I won't be able to speak to you anymore.
Exactly. We don't want anything to do with you. Anyway, what did you want to tell me? Get to it. I don't have all day.
Naya, I'm so sorry for everything. I messaged you today because I wanted to apologize.
What's gotten into you? Did you eat some mushrooms from the yard or something? You seem like a different person than yesterday.
I just called my son's company. They told me all about how we quit a few months back. It was just like you said.
Yep.
I finally know you were telling the truth now. Everything I said before, I said not knowing you were supporting my poor son through such a difficult time. I said some horrible, horrible things, and I regret it all from the bottom of my heart. I'm so sorry, sweetie.
I don't need your apology. Doesn't change anything. I'd rather you focus on becoming a decent human being and stop bugging me.
Please don't be so cold, Naya. There was something else I was hoping to discuss with you. It's about my allowance. Did you really mean it when you said I wouldn't be getting any more money after next month?
Yep.
Won't you please reconsider? I said I'm sorry, and I genuinely feel bad for everything I said to you. Even returning to the $400 arrangement would be fine with me, sweetie. I've done some calculations, and I think I could just about get by on that.
Are you really sorry? Why can't you get by on your retirement fund like everyone else your age?
Listen, Naya, I never told you this, but I went into debt. That's why my retirement fund alone isn't enough to get by on anymore.
Well, even though you had your husband's inheritance, it's funny. You always accused me of being frivolous and wasteful. But turns out, you're the one throwing money down the drain all along.
You're right. I'm begging you. Please just keep sending my allowance for 3 more years.
If you only need $400 a month, I'm sure you could get by with a part-time job. You'd probably even have spending money left over.
I haven't been so steady on my feet lately. Even just going to the store and back feels like a challenge.
Didn't you go all the way out to our old house yesterday?
I got a taxi.
And how much did that cost you? It's precisely because you do stupid crap like that you have no money left.
Oh, please, that was a one-off. I hardly ever use taxis. I'll reduce my spending from now on, I swear. Please, I'm begging you, just don't stop sending that money.
Kyle already sent you way more money than you deserve. We sent you so much for so long that we barely ever got to put aside anything for ourselves or our future.
But his salary must have been enormous before he quit his job. My boy was an elite top earner after all.
Just because he used to work for a major company doesn't mean he's rich. He was just a regular office worker. Something tells me he didn't make even nearly as much money as you think he did. Besides, He gave you money outside of the monthly allowance sometimes, didn't he? You had more than your fair share of the fruits of his hard work. It's time you stood on your 2 feet for a change.
I want to apologize to him properly.
He doesn't want to see you or speak to you ever again, so you can keep your apology. Want to know what me and Kyle want more than anything in the world right now? For you to disappear.
Oh my god, Naya, don't be so cruel. I'm your mother-in-law, and I'm begging you. Please just give me one more chance. I swear I won't let you down.
Sorry, you already used up all your chances. You're lucky he kept sending you money for so long despite your despicable attitude. I told you countless times to reevaluate your spending and figure out how to get by on your own. Anyone could have seen this coming. Well, anyone except you, apparently.
I told you, the only reason I was like that is because I thought you were wasting his money. I should have listened.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. You called me a parasite, didn't you?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything. Everything I said, everything I did, all the pain and suffering I must have caused you both. I'm not exaggerating when I say this is probably the most sorry a human being has ever been. Please, won't you believe me? I'll never do anything like that again. Please don't cut off my allowance, even if you just keep it going for a little while longer. I'm begging you.
Too little too late, Veronica. You're the biggest parasite there is. I hope you spend the rest of your life in soul-crushing isolation, tormented by the pain of guilt and regret over how you treated me and your son. At least you'll have plenty of time to think about your behavior now. The problem with parasites is that they keep coming back unless you get rid of them completely. Which means I have to block you now. See ya! As promised, I blocked my mother-in-law immediately, and me and Kyle never spoke to her again. I also changed my number, just to be safe. A new SIM card was a small price to pay for removing the mother-in-law from hell from my life. It's almost difficult to express the overwhelming sense of relief we felt when we finally cut her off. Kyle was tormented for years by the manipulative, controlling behavior of his mother. He was raised being constantly told that he'd never be good enough unless he landed a well-paying job at a major company. I guess you could say it worked if your only standards for success in life is being viewed as successfully by others. But at what cost? Was it really worth all of the suffering and hardship he went through? Success is an abstract concept that means something different to everyone. One man's idea of success is another's idea of hell. Kyle had to break things off with his mom for a long time, but he found it difficult to break free of the psychological stranglehold she'd had him trapped in since he was a little kid. He told me the counseling sessions he received to heal his wounded psyche after being overwhelmed by the stresses of work were the trigger that led to him finally mustering up the courage to do what he needed to do. He said it felt like a weight had been lifted off his shoulders when we finally washed our hands of her. Freedom at last! I get the feeling Veronica's in for a world of financial hardship from here on out. But that's 100% her fault, and I don't feel an ounce of sympathy for her. Even if she showed up pleading for help, emaciated, dressed in rags, and crying floods of tears on our doorstep, I still wouldn't give her the leftovers for my dinner. You might think that sounds harsh, but there are some things you just don't forget. Thankfully, we moved as far as possible to ensure that kind of thing would never happen. She doesn't have a hope in hell's chance of tracking us down. Kyle quit his part-time job when we moved, and he currently contributes by helping me out with my freelance work and doing things around the house. I couldn't be happier to see him back to his old self. I was genuinely worried back when he quit his job due to stress. He was a shadow of his former self, and even housework seemed like it might send him over the edge. I'm gonna carry on caring for and supporting him, just like he does me. And we're both gonna give it our all to build a happy home, full of love and warmth. Here's to our future.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Julia, have you been to the hospital? How did it go?
I went to see the doctor as scheduled,